Insane Mike.
Insane Mike.
You're just gonna count.
Go.
Jason Bolinger is.
I'm Jason. Hi, everybody.
Oh, I get it. You're being like my twin.
Right.
Which is the theme in our film we're reviewing this week.
You guessed it.
War of the Gargantuas. I'm the green-haired Gargantua.
Aw, I wanted to be the green-haired
Too bad
Gargantua.
called it. So War of the Gargantuas is one of the greatest Japanese giant monster movies of all time.
Why?
Because Godzilla is lame.
I know. Just kidding, he's cool.
Gamera is a turtle. Really?
Come on.
War of the Gargantuas, though, they eat people and they run. You never see giant monsters run. It's always like sluggishly walk because they're in very uncomfortable suits, and then they reverse that down into slow motion even. It's in slow mo when they run, but they run.
Yeah, it's obvious the dude's jumping around.
I mean, I think it's girls playing the Gargantuas because they run like this. But they run, and you don't see that. And when I watched this movie as a kid, I would watch a lot of giant Japanese monster movies as a kid, and this one freaked me out.
Because it ate people.
Because they ate freaking people. The movie is technically a sequel to another great classic giant monster movie, Frankenstein Conquers the World. During World War II, the Germans break into Frankenstein's castle and steal Frankenstein's heart. And then like this small boy eats it. Frankenstein looking monster that doesn't look anything like Frankenstein. So that's Frankenstein Conquers the World. And somehow this is a sequel because like the Gargantuas are a hybrid of the giant Frankenstein.
You're looking for logic.
Anyway, so there's these two doctors, and they used to have their own Gargantua, which was like this small child covered in fur. But he died or something. It was what happened?
Lost him.
They lost him. They just lost him. They just lost a Gargantua.
Left the door open one day, accident. Didn't think about it.
Yeah. Oops. And so somehow the Gargantua splits into two, so there's a good Gargantua.
What happens when they're in the free?
I know, right?
In the world.
So there's a good Gargantua and a bad Gargantua. Like the brown one's good and the green one's bad.
Sure.
Okay. The green one lives in the ocean, but they're covered in fur.
So it's more like moss at this point. I don't know. Maybe so that's the green.
That's
one.
why he's green.
Right.
Yeah. So
which
the ocean around Japan has got the clearest water ever. Because there's a scene where there's some fishermen in a boat and they look over the side and staring up at them.
Which is scary as hell.
That's funny.
But it's also really funny.
Under the water there's I'm Gargantua underwater.
Standing on the bottom of the ocean.
Just looking up at you. Surprise!
Screw that. That's scary, but it's funny. But it's scary. Concept's scary.
The execution funny.
Yeah.
The opening scene is pretty creepy, and I thought well executed too.
Yep.
Like the guy on the ship and the squid tentacles, come in and stuff, and like why is there a giant squid? There's never any reference to the giant squid after that.
No.
Just the green
fur fight.
Yeah. Gargantua comes along and fights it. And like, yeah, the Gargantua saved us. No, the Gargantua's gonna pick up and smash your boat in the water. Japan is all up in arms now because there's this
freaked out
because there's a giant monster terrorizing Tokyo. I think I just summed up every.
Yeah. That's.
Anyway, so you'd think they'd be used to it by now, but anyway, too soon. The evil Gargantua is terrorizing, and they're all freaking out, and apparently it's afraid of light. It doesn't like light because it lives in the ocean. It's dark down there.
Totally.
So it doesn't like light. So like when there's Gargantua sightings, they have to turn all their lights on in downtown Tokyo. Everybody, turn your lights on. There's a Gargantua running around. And what I love those scenes where the Gargantua sneaks up on people. Like when the chick singing on the roof, and the Gargantua just sneaks up and grabs her and then just throws her back down. It's hilarious. Well, first of all, how would a Gargantua sneak up on him?
Impossible.
And the fact that this one lives in the ocean and he's covered in fur, you would at least think they'd smell him coming.
But they don't. There's no shockwaves. He's the lightest-footed Gargantua ever.
Because he can run.
It's true. He's nimble.
He's nimble and quick. And he jumped over a candlestick.
No, he did not.
Then there's the scene where he attacks an airport, which, like, I think in the first half of the movie, there's a lot of really good effects with the miniatures. It isn't until, like, the toy army trucks come in when all that's gone. But, like, those scenes at the airport, proportionately, I thought they did a really good job, you know, with the Gargantua in that scene when he's running across the tarmac and everything. You know, it was pretty convincing. It was a nice wide shot, you know, and he's running.
He's been in the water. He doesn't know how to run.
I think he's swimming while he's running.
What do I do?
Last time we watched this with a buddy of ours at his house, and I kept falling asleep. Every time I'd wake up, it'd be another shot of toy tanks running across. I'm like, did I fall asleep for half a second? No, you can sleep for about 10 minutes. It's just back to another shot of toy tanks.
My favorite part of this movie was the frickin' American scientist guy, because he made it bad. I mean, like, I just thought everything he did was retarded, and like everything he said and did, and like but yet he was fun to watch because you knew he was gonna be awful. I don't know.
We totally pulled a riff track on this movie when we were watching it. Every time that guy would be on screen, you and Justin would be talking about how tired he was.
Yeah.
Because he just looked like he's just physically and emotionally exhausted being in this movie. He just doesn't care. Like, yeah, there's Gargantuas. Well, you know, Gargantuas, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Anything else really stand out in this movie for you?
Well, that, and then there's just, I think we need more running time, so there's shots of Gargantua just like, he's hiding sort of behind trees that are this tall.
Oh my god, hiding behind trees, I forgot about that. When the army shows up with the big lights.
Yeah, but there's just like 10 minutes of just Gargantua shots.
Got to establish the Gargantua. He's there hiding behind trees, and he doesn't know what to do.
He is very confused for a long time.
It's great acting of that actor to be able to act silent like that. You really get the sense that this Gargantua, I don't know what to do. They got giant flashlights in the back of their trucks, but they can't see me because I'm hiding behind trees. My favorite scene, you probably guessed my favorite scene.
Just tell him.
It just goes right back to that rooftop scene. The girl on the roof singing the greatest song in a movie since Hanging Out With My Family in Birdemic. And that is The Words Get Stuck in My Throat. If you're lucky, Jason and I may do a little rendition of that later on in this episode.
Possible.
It may happen.
It's
a great
weird song sung not that well.
Sung horribly by somebody who thinks they sing well.
Yeah. Their mom told them they were a good singer.
And I want to know, okay, I need to go back and watch this particular disc. This is released on Toho Master Collection, which was a great collection of giant monster movie double discs that they released. Like the Godzilla one, which has like the original Japanese title on it, and it's a 2-disc set of just the original Godzilla movie. And then there's other ones that they did, but I had to have this one because it had War of the Gargantuas on it. It's got Rodan as the double feature, but War of the Gargantuas was the main sell for me. But like on the disc, it's got where you can watch the Japanese version and the American version. And I haven't watched the Japanese version yet, and I need to watch it because I need to know if that is the exact same song in that scene.
Oh yeah.
Or if that is, you know,
just a weird interpretation.
Yeah, somebody did it independent cinema style. and just made up whatever the hell they wanted to for that song. War of the Gargantuas is significant for me because as a kid, I watched this movie and was literally freaked out because first of all they ran. I've never seen giant monsters run. It's like you can't get away from Godzilla because he's huge, but maybe you could because he's kind of slow. But like these guys run, so you can't get away from them. And the fact that too, they ate people. I never saw humans get munched on by a giant Japanese monster up until that point.
It's freaky.
I'm not saying it's the only time it's ever happened, but it freaked me out as a kid because I'm used to cute and cuddly Godzilla fighting cute and cuddly Megalon with Jaguar teaming up, you know, tag teaming. That's a great one. Why don't we? Godzilla versus Megalon is awesome. Okay. They're all awesome. I love giant Japanese monster movies.
Yeah.
They do have a tendency to get a little on the repetitive side. Continual shots of toy tanks.
It's not broke, don't fix it.
That's true. This is true. And it's just definitely out there and different from a lot of the other giant Japanese monster fodder of that time. And if you know the history of you know, Frankenstein Conquers the World too, and how that is supposed to relate to this movie, I can't even word it. I can't even describe how the two relate because War of the Gargantuas is a sequel to Frankenstein Conquers the World, and I can't explain how. It doesn't make any sense. This movie doesn't make any sense.
But it's so cool.
It is cool. It's cool. I mean, was this when we watched it the other night? Was this your first time ever seeing it?
Yeah.
But you've heard me talk about it plenty of times.
Oh yeah, a lot for that song, but yeah.
It's all about the song for me. So what was your impression? I mean, you've obviously grew up on Godzilla movies and stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, just like you said, it follows the same formula, so it has the same feel of all the giant Japanese monster movies that you love. But yet, it's kind of like it's got a twist on it because they're a different kind of monster, and I don't know, it brings something to it that makes it, you know, a little creepy, a little better, a little weirder. It makes it worth watching for sure.
Cool. Yes. So definitely check out War of the Gargantuas. It's awesome. This is the set to have. Rodan, War of the Gargantuas. I wish I could find more of these sets. I mean, I know they're like way out of print now, and I didn't jump on them when they were first released, so it's kind of a bummer. But good stuff. War of the Gargantuas. Check it. I think that's all the time we have for this episode. So, yeah. So until next time, keep watching those movies.
That's right.
And scene.